welcome back to my channel. Ignore this bar right there. I've had little issues with facial skincare issues and stuff, but I wanted to come on here and film a question and answer, a little bit about me, but also the channel and what I like in books. So first off, I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26 in January, and I'm married. I know I've talked about having a husband, but I haven't actually said, hey, I'm married. We have a dog together. His name is Striker. But other than that, I'm not gonna really, my hobbies, I'm not gonna really say anything else, do more with personal stuff, but my hobbies are working out, reading, and I have a Cricut, so I make shirts. I didn't make the one that I'm wearing, but I make shirts or anything else that you can do with that. I love skincare. Looking at my face, you cannot tell that right now though. I went to school to be an esthetician. I still have to go take the test. I haven't done that. I've been kind of discouraged from doing that, from finishing it. So yeah. So I'm gonna answer a few questions on why I like books and just this channel in general. So the first question that I have is, why did you start this channel? And my answer to it is, I started it because a lot of times I'm at home, and when I'm at home I get very anxious if I'm here by myself, and then I get so anxious all I want to do is sit in the bed and not do anything. And so when I'm anxious and I just sit here all day, it makes me more anxious, and then I just continue to get anxious. So I love reading, so I was like, why not make content on it, even if I'm the only one that's watching it and there's nobody else watching it. I can always look back on it in the later days, or have my kids look back on it and be like, oh, my mom liked this book, let me read it too, you know. So that is why I started it. Just a way to not make me as anxious and to help me through the anxiety that I deal with. It says, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to BookTube? Honestly, I have no actual answer. I don't know. I don't describe myself as a fun person, because all I do is read and lay in bed and watch TV. So my mind, I can bring my weirdness. I don't know if that's a thing. I can tell you, show y'all how weird I am. Is that very unique? Hang on, my dog's trying to stop, baby. Hey. No. Good boys. Y'all have dog talk. What are you most excited about for this channel? I would say just growing it and making it a little bit better, and getting an actual camera, because right now I'm filming on my phone, an actual ring light, and just making the quality of the videos better. That's what I'm excited to do. And then, why do you love reading? For me, it's another anxiety thing. When I'm dealing with it, if I turn to a book, here, hang on, I got a book behind me. I'm reading this right now. So if I turn into a book and read it, then I can put myself in this world, or I don't know how to describe it, but I can just put myself into the world and be like, oh, you know, living another life, and it just helps me, and it really just calms me down. What book or series got you into reading? So I've always loved reading. When I was in high school, I read a lot. When I was younger, I read a lot. I stopped reading for 2 years, all the time. I stopped reading for 2 years. I still read within those years, but not like I do right now. But I think what got me back into loving books again, what book was it? I'm gonna have to look at my Goodreads. And I don't know if I have my Goodreads underneath tag down below or something, but if I don't, I will like put the link or put my name. It's under Jolyn. I'll try to link it down below, but I don't know, one, if I'll remember to do that, but two, if I will do that. So the book that got me back into reading, I read it actually this year, so the beginning of this year, because this year I've literally read more than I've ever read. Read 131 books so far. My goal is to read 200. Divergent. I know that's weird, but Divergent is what got me back into reading. So, yay. Yay for me. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'm not going to answer that just because I don't know. As this one says, when did you start reading? I just answered that in high school. Where do you read? In my bed, usually. What kind of books do you like to read? I like thrillers, fantasies, romance. I'm not really into sci-fi, but I do want to get into that. And I'm not into horror. I probably will never read a horror book, honestly. I hate horror movies too. And I know I have a Stephen King book and he's like known for horror, but this is more of a thriller. At least that's what I've heard, is that this is more of a thriller, so I really hope so. And if not, then I guess I am reading at least one. What does your book collection look like? A huge book collection. I have over 160 books. I probably have over 200 books. And I have 3 sets I have 3 sets of the same series, but 3 sets of the same series. I don't know if that makes sense. I have 3 sets of Throne of Glass and 3 sets of Agatar, so. And then some questions that I didn't write down that I'm gonna answer is paperback or hardback. I prefer paperback. I think hardbacks are prettier. Like, some hardbacks are prettier, but me personally, I like paperbacks. Do I break the spines or do I care about messed up books? No. Like, this one's not broken because I'm literally only on page 2. But, like, when I'm reading, this is typically how I have the book. Like, I don't care about breaking the spines. I dropped my bookmark, so he was trying to grab it. I don't care about breaking the spines. Give me a second. No, sir. No, sir. Okay, so I don't care about breaking the spines. I'm very much like a laid back, cool person. And if like another question that I'm about to answer is, do I let people borrow books? Yes and no. Yes, depending on who the person is, like, or what the book is. Like, if it's a book that I personally did not care about that much, I will let you borrow it, because if I don't get it back, I don't really care. And then with the person part, some people are very messy. And you can just tell by the way they put themselves off, by the way they act. So, I'm not gonna let them borrow the book because I don't want my book ruined. Like, when I mean ruined, I mean stuff spilled on it, or where they literally, like, fold it like that, like, or fold the book like that and, like, crease it, or when they dog-ear the pages. Like, typically I don't really care about dog-earing, and I really don't. But if you dog-ear all of these pages and then don't fix it, if it's not your book, and it wasn't like that when you received it, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if you do it, but at least fix it before you hand it back to me. Do I like dog earring? Honestly, I don't care. Like, if I want to remember something, I may dog ear it. Or if I don't have a bookmark and if I have to finish in the middle of a chapter, that's actually not the middle of a chapter, that's chapter 8, golly. I don't know, it may not be. But, if I have to finish in the middle of a chapter, then that's also a different story. Right now, I'm in a huge reading slump. It took me over a week to finish Agamath, which is the second book in Agatar. Some of y'all don't know. It is A Court of Mist and Fury. Over a week. It literally took me 1 week to finish almost a 1,000-page book. So, no, I said 1 week. I meant like 2 days. So, it took me over a week to finish a 642-page book. Like, I'm literally in a huge reading slump. I'm reading 2 different books right now. I have Archer's Voice too, and I'm on page, I think it's like, yeah, it's 103. And I stopped reading this because I was just like, I'm not into it anymore. Like, I don't want to read it. So I picked up this one, Billy Summers. So I was like, I'm kind of in a thriller mood. Still, I'm only on page 2, so I can't say I haven't gotten into it because I'm only on page 2. Obviously, I'm not into it. But I'm just also not in the mood to read. Like, I don't want to read nothing. None of the books I have sound interesting, and none of the books, like, I look up sound interesting. Nothing on my Kindle that I can get on Kindle Unlimited sound interesting. So I'm literally paying for Kindle Unlimited to not read. So hopefully my book slump goes away. I'm really in a life slump. Truthfully, because, like, literally I don't want to do anything but lay here. I don't know what's going on. But back to this video. I'm literally laying comfy right now. Because that's just all I want to do is be comfy. My favorite author so far has been Sarah J. Maas and Colleen Hoover. I really like both of them. I've read all of Colleen Hoover's books. Not all of Sarah J. Maas' books, but I've finished all of the Throne of Glass, but Kingdom of Ash. Avatar, I've only finished the first and second book in it. And I haven't read Crescent City, so not all of that, but I have read all of Colleen Hoover's, including the book that hasn't came out yet, which is Too Late. It came out before, but I had the audiobook of that, so I just listened to it. I didn't like that one. I don't really know what else to answer in this. So if you guys have any questions for me that you want to know, then just comment down below and I will try my best to get back with you. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Or night whenever you're watching this. I hope you have a wonderful time. Love you. Comment down below. Subscribe. Also, when I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. So, make sure you just subscribe, like, comment. Make sure you tell people to subscribe, like, and comment. So, love you guys.